Por octavo año consecutivo, las 1000 empresas más importantes se reúnen para impulsar el crecimiento de México en esta nueva realidad de los negocios. Este año son más de 20 temas centrales los que abordaremos, entre los que destacan la evolución de la industria automotriz nacional e internacional, el futuro de la banca de México, empresas unicornio, la era de las startups nacionales e internacionales, el papel de México en la transformación energética, el futuro del e-commerce, tendencias, hábitos de consumo y las empresas ganadoras de la industria, gobernabilidad en empresas familiares. Además conocerás las tendencias digitales y todo sobre las pymes en transformación digital. Además, nuestros panelistas abordarán temas como diversidad, seguros, mundo político, alimentación en México, salud en el país, combustible y energías limpias y todo sobre ciberseguridad. El evento se llevará a cabo este 5 de diciembre en el Hotel Presidente Intercontinental de la Ciudad de México. Para mayor información, entra a la página cumbre1000.com y sé parte de las 1000 empresas más importantes de México 2022, conectando con los negocios.
Gracias por acompañarnos en el programa de la Cumbre de las 1000 empresas más importantes de México. Por supuesto, un gusto que nos acompañen, pero además también muy emocionados porque el evento está casi por comenzar, diciembre 5, en el Hotel Presidente Intercontinental, además de su transmisión al otro día, con muchos paneles y mucha información, con los actores más importantes de los negocios en nuestro país, así como la política. Y bueno, pues hoy tenemos a un maravilloso invitado que nos acompaña de la empresa Huawei y él es el director de Cloud Huawei México, por supuesto, y su nombre es Lucien Liu. Welcome to Mexico.
Thank you, Elaine. Thanks for the opportunity.
It's great to have you here, and I want to talk about Huawei. What's going on with Huawei now?
Okay, so as you may know that Huawei is enterprise worldwide. We are a global company and we have offices in more than 176 offices around the world. So we always say that we want to support the communication and the connection of the people in all around the world and provide the digital life to everyone and every family. So Huawei is quite interested in the industry of ICT. We call it provide the connectivity, digital life, and then in order to do that, every year we spend like more than 10% of our revenue to the R&D, research and development. So with this investment, so we in the past more than 30 years, we received a lot of benefit from the technology, from the growth of the technology industry. So basically, Huawei right now we have more than 190,000 employees all around the world, and in Mexico we have more than 1,600 employees. So you know we have quite a big dedication in the ICT industry.
Yeah. Huawei Cloud. What are we talking about with Huawei Cloud?
Huawei Cloud actually is one of 5 different business units of Huawei. So we have carrier, we have device, we have enterprise and cloud, and then digital power, 5 different business units. And Huawei Cloud is quite new, but when we're talking about the new, it's around 10 years history. And in Latin America, we have 3 years. Actually, last month, we just passed the 3rd anniversary of Huawei Cloud. And with Huawei Cloud, we do cloud services, no matter if it's public cloud and private cloud. So talking about cloud business is, for Huawei, it's quite interesting because since our dedication is to provide the connectivity and the digital life. So cloud would be the future fundamental for these services. So that's why we developed the cloud technology since 10 years ago. And 3 years ago, we decided to publish our public cloud in Mexico. And in the past 3 years, we got very, very good growth. Yeah.
Because of the pandemic, the world has changed.
Yeah.
And technology is one of the survivors
Yeah.
and who helps to the world to be good.
Yeah.
So what do you think, and how cloud it's gonna be the king?
Actually, this is a very good question because I arrived Mexico 2.5 years before. That was
Challenging.
that was in the middle of pandemic. So, by the way, when I arrived here, Mexico, the traffic was quite good.
Okay, but now you have to face another reality, of course.
Yes, right now it's another reality, but also give me the feeling of real Mexico. So, in the past the 2.5 years during the pandemic, you see everyone was like a little bit fragmented, and no one has the determination to invest in the market. People want to have an idea and turn to business in just one day. They don't want to wait half a year and make a business plan, because to make a new business plan for during the pandemic, that's quite aggressive and very risky. So people want to have the business in just one click. So this is the reason why cloud grows so fast in the past 2 years, because cloud is the technology that you can just with one click you have your subscription and you have all your system on cloud since day one. So this, we don't need anymore the server to be delivered and to be turned and licensed software. So everything will be just online. So this is a very good example of the business growth in the past 2 years. And one of my customer, which is a very important carrier in the market, they got very growth from last 2 years. And how? Because they don't do anymore the physical servers, the physical infrastructures. They do everything on cloud. So once they have a very good business idea during the pandemic, for example, people, they want to buy food online instead of go to the shop. Yeah, they want to pay online instead of the cash, because it's more clean, it's more healthy. So they just launched the service online. So then they got very good growth in the past 2 years. I think this is a very good example.
Yeah. And Mexico is a good market for you?
Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why? Because, 2 years before, before I arrived here, I was thinking about maybe I need to educate my customer about what is cloud and how we can work with cloud. Then, when I arrived here, I realized that actually Mexico, the industry or the whole society is quite accepted with cloud concept. So every customer, when I reach them, when I talk to them, they tell me that, Lucien, you don't have to tell me what is cloud. I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are thinking about to transform our business into cloud. So that's, for me, it's a surprise. And also, this gave me a strong confidence to develop my business here.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you close this 2022 and plans and challenging year? It's going to be the next year. So what do you say?
For this year, actually, it's a very good year. During the pandemic, when I arrived here, it's very difficult to meet my customer face to face.
Yes, of
and
course.
I'm the guy that I want to do business face to face. I want to know my partner, my customer, and to let them feel my passion, my determination of the market. So what I do in the past, it was only, the online meetings, which is very difficult. But after the pandemic, from this year things, so we have a lot of activities with our partner, with our customer, and we were able to achieve a lot of new idea and a new business case with our partner and the customers. And this year we got more than 100% growth until now. So I expect this year will be a very good year for Huawei Cloud in Mexico. And for next year, as you mentioned, will be even more challenge for us. But since we are serving Mexico market, we want to do business here. So I think it's a good challenge. It's a good opportunity for us.
Sustainability.
Yes.
Now it's more important than ever, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, and what are you doing about sustainability?
Great. I think this is a very good question because everyone was like a little bit afraid of the future, and right now the pandemic is the new normal.
Yeah.
And the world changing even faster than before. In this year, a lot of things happened, and the people were thinking about what we can do, what we can do to deal with the future. So for Huawei, we see that this market, we have a lot of potential. So we have to invest continuously in this market. So as you may know that last October, last year, we have launched the second region of our data center in Mexico. So we became the first public cloud provider has the local data center in Mexico around the city. So this year, during this growth of the business, we made a new decision. Actually, last month, we just announced that we will develop two new availability zones, two new data centers in Mexico City and states. So those data centers will be ready by mid of next year. That means I have more challenge to sell those services, but also it's a very good example of sustainability of Huawei willing to provide the service, reliable service, secure service to the market. And this is the reason why we say that Huawei is, our vision is to provide digital connections, digital life to everyone, including Mexicans.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also cybersecurity is now potential and one of the most biggest problems. I mean, what do you think? And also, what are Huawei doing about it?
Okay. Cybersecurity right now it's a very hot topic in the market, in the industry. Why? Because the system became more and more complicated. Before we have server, we have CPU memory, and we have operation system. That's it. So you develop your software up on it. But right now we have cloud, we have virtualization, we have new technologies like container, like microservice. So the fundamental of the technology became more and more complex and more complicated. So since it's a software, so for sure this will be a potential to have risk in the system. So how to secure that? In the whole globally, we follow the basement of GDPR protocol to provide more secured service on our cloud. And also, but not only the GDPR, but also the local laws, local security standard, local certifications. We have the whole set of local certifications in Mexico to provide privacy, cybersecurity, and reliability of our data center. So, in the past year, maybe I announced here, but maybe my customer, you never know that. In last year, we have already upgraded 4 times of our software on cloud.
Okay.
But none of our customers feel that because we have the whole set of mechanism to guarantee the security, reliability, and the stability of our service. So I think that's something in the genetic of Huawei because we are ICT company. We are from carrier business. So talking about cell phone business, talking about fixed business. So no interruption is allowed in this business. So talking about your cell phone, you maybe in Mexico you never feel the loss of the data, the loss of the communication because that's something regulated in the carrier business. So Huawei is from this industry. That's why we have the spirit, we have the confidence to provide most secured service in the market.
Okay. Thank you so much to being here in Mundo Ejecutivo.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone.
Thank Thank you. Y bueno, pues este es el camino a los paneles que vamos a tener en la cumbre de las 1000 empresas más importantes de México. Sin duda, información e invitados de muy alto nivel. Los invitamos a que, por supuesto, estén pendientes de esto, 5 y 6 de diciembre. No se lo pierdan. Soy Arlen Muñoz. Nos vemos la próxima ocasión.